Good afternoon, everybody. This is Matt Sweetwood, President of Unique Photo, with another U Live event here at Unique Photo in the Lumix Lounge. Today we have a really exciting live event for you today. We're going to call it a world premiere. It's pretty close to that. We have a brand new camera here, a very exciting
two brand new cameras.
Well, the one that I got my hand, I'm sort of like drooling on this one a little bit. It's a water resist. I don't know if it's water resist, but in any event, we're really excited to present these hot cameras for you today. Let me introduce my guests. First, we have Panasonic, Lumix's own luminary, glowing in the luminescence of the luminescent light, Rick Garrity.
Hi, everybody.
And we have our pal Sean back again for.
I'm a pal now.
You're a pal, that's right. I don't know if the handsome comment works
I've
anymore.
made it.
But today we really have, like I said, really exciting product. This is a product that I will admit that I have seen before and was really excited when I saw the prototype, and that, of course, is the new Lumix LX-100. So, which one of you would like to talk about it a little bit first? Rick.
I'll run with this one since this is really exciting.
Yeah.
The LX-100. Essentially, it's got a 24 to 70, 1.7 to 2.8 Leica zoom. I'm living a dream just being able to hold this. It feels real good. It's all metal. It shoots 4K video. It has all manual controls up on top. Exposure compensation, your shutter speeds. On the lens, it actually has an aperture ring. And right on the top, it also sets your format to 1.1, 4.3, whatever you'd like to shoot. So everything's at your fingertips without even diving into the menu. It's like the perfect camera. It's 12 megapixels.
Right, and the big thing, right, you've left out sort of the biggest aspect. And what size is the image sensor?
Yes, the image sensor is micro 4/3, 12 megapixels.
So let's see who else in this price point is even coming near that.
Right, and this is going to be
Nobody.
This is going to be an introductory price of, what was it, $199? Oh, whoa, look, the Lumix guys, they're all having a heart attack. It's going to be an $899 price out the door when it launches. And this
fully justifiable too.
Right, this camera's in this price range. So what you have here is you have an APS-C camera all-in-one, right, with a effective. What's the effective? It's
micro 4/3.
I'm sorry, the micro 4/3.
All of these sensor sizes.
All of these sensor sizes. Micro 4/3 manual control. Right, a 1.8 to 2.8 lens. Right, what's the zoom on the lens? It's
a 24 to 75.
24 to 75 equivalent. Right. Big display. I'm actually going to hold it up so people can see it a little. Hopefully I won't trip over here. So we're going to hold it in so that we can actually see it, right? Right? And you can see zoom, extend, manual control. You can see the display here. I'll take a picture of these guys. Right? Look at how fast that focus is.
Nice.
Right? You can see exposure compensation on the dial, ISO control, zoom, power button, and then you can see the aperture ring and focus and so on the lens. So this is a pretty exciting camera, right? Almost a pocketable camera.
Very much so, yeah. I mean, it's the perfect camera to carry around with you all the time. It's not going to compromise images because you've got a giant sensor.
Right, and if you look, right, I see the menu control on here looks very similar to the other Lumix cameras, right? I'm going to sort of put it in the back here again so we can see it.
It's set to fall right in line with the rest of the Lumix cameras and be the perfect companion to someone shooting a GH4, or really for that matter any of the cameras. I mean, it's perfect.
That's right. And you know, this camera, you know, you always hate to say, right, they always say there's no such thing as a perfect camera, but I think we're sitting here with a camera that's ultimately perfect, or as close to perfect as you can get. I really can't think of much weakness to this camera, right? It has an EVS, right? EVF with eye activation. The other thing that I really appreciate, because I've got sort of meaty hands, right? Like you do. You have like meat hooks, right?
Yeah, they work well on that.
They work well on that camera, right? Is that it has that thumb grip, right?
Yep.
So it allows you to hold the camera, right?
You can actually hold it with one hand. And
you can actually hold it with one hand, right? Yeah. So this camera really is going to be a hot piece. It's the build quality. You know, it's funny because we've handed it to a few people, and what was the remark? Wow, this thing is really built well.
Solid.
It's a real camera. Yeah, it absolutely is. It feels really good.
You know, when I see a camera like this, you know, we get all excited about this, and I'm like, okay, great. I want to go out and get one of these. I'm almost afraid that this thing is going to really impact the interchangeable lens micro 4/3 segment. I mean, if you look at the price point of this thing.
Yeah, it's definitely a must-have camera.
I mean, because there's no additional lenses to sell with that camera. I mean, it's sitting there with that 24 to 75 lens, which is a really versatile lens.
Yeah.
Right. It has full manual control. I'm sorry, I said it again. Right. Micro Four Thirds sensor.
It also has a hot shoe.
And it has a hot shoe. Correct.
So you can add a flash, or you can add a a pocket.
And I heard and there's a rumor on this. I don't know if I can confirm this or not, but I believe that this one is going to have a flash in the box. A flash unit, correct?
Yeah.
Right, so it's going to have a small clip-on flash that goes on the top that's actually included in the box at that $899 price. So to me, this camera is really a very, very special piece. Yeah. Oh, thank you. They said they're going to be giving me one, so we're really excited.
Well, there's such a cool thing to see, the throwback to the LC and the LC1, because, I mean, those were like cult acclaimed cameras. I mean, everybody loved the look of the old, the LC1, which I think that was one of the ones that you were part of, right?
Yes, I was, yes.
And just the fact that the camera is what everyone that has bought an LX7 has really, come to know that the LX line is going to be, the cream of the crop for the point and shoot that is pro point and shoot.
Yeah, and once the bigger sensor was put in there, that was the icing on the cake.
To me, that's sort of been the trend, right? So if you look at the point and shoot cameras, we're calling them point and shoot. This is not your point and shoot from a few years ago. The trend has been, 1-inch sensors and higher megapixels in the camera and more features, more DSLR. I'll use that term, even though in the Lumix world we talk, mirrorless cameras. More of those high-end features on the cameras, and I think this camera is ultimately the culmination of that, right?
Absolutely.
It sort of makes me wonder, if you don't need a long zoom, like what else do you really need besides that camera, right? It's a little scary when I start to look at the other Micro Four Thirds offerings. I'm like, what do you need?
Unless you're looking to use fast lenses and use them, on a GH4 or a GM1, a GM5 now. You can. Basically carry this camera with you all the time and get great images.
That's right, and the camera is Wi-Fi capable, right? Panasonic has an app, right? So for me, you and I are really big, and you too, Sean, we're all really big on social media, right? So I'll put a little plug in for our social media. You're at Garrity Photo, correct?
Yes.
At Garrity Photo on Twitter.
Rick
Garrity, at Rick Garrity.
Yeah.
You have got
I've got so many.
I know, because you're always hiding from somebody at some point or another, right? That's right. He's on some wanted list. I saw you in the post. Oh wait, right? Okay, never mind. Right. You can find me at M Sweetwood. That's all my social media. Certainly reach out to me. And you are
SMR Photo LLC.
SMR Photo LLC.
It's not the greatest one.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's okay.
You can really find me on Facebook. Hashtag #ULumix. I have a ton of things that I post up there, and you'll see the link on that.
That's right. And also, if you want to talk to us a little bit while we're doing this, and we're sitting in the Lumix Lounge here at Unique Photo, and we have this really cool gadget I'm looking at right now. And if you use the hashtag #ULumix, it actually appears right on our screen if you Twitter or Instagram. And certainly if you want to talk about any of our events, the hashtag is #ULiveEvent, and you can follow us at Unique Photo on Twitter and Instagram too. Yeah, don't worry. We got plenty more to go. We're just all excited about this stuff. We got the Lumix Peanut Gallery off to my right over here. They're actually, there's guys are sitting kind of close to each other over there. I don't know what's going on, but guys, let's break it up there.
This has to be. I mean, I honestly looking at everything that's come out, coming up to Photokina. Everybody's, there's so many rumors that go around, and trying to follow all the sites and seeing what people are actually truly excited for. I mean, honestly, this is the first camera I've seen that it seems to be a unified response from everybody.
Right, we've had Canon and Nikon shooters in the store that really get excited about this. And this camera is going to be available for sale. Right, so it's going to be, this is like a Halloween, we should be thinking Halloween, right?
Yeah.
Right, so late October, early November, you're going to be able to get this camera at Unique Photo. You can pre-order it, right?
Right below on us, on our Photokina page.
Right, so if you look on the Photokina page, you're watching this actually live from that, you can click on the link and actually pre-order it. And I will tell you, this is not a sales tactic. This camera is going to sell out right away. It's going to be in really hot supply, short supply. So you definitely, if you're going to want to buy it, you're going to want to get your hands on one. Now, I'm getting one because they're going to give me one.
I mean,
right.
To go right with my GH4, I'm going to need one. Yeah,
exactly. If you own a DSLR and you want to have the perfect camera to carry around and not carry a giant camera around with you, that is the absolute.
But like I said, everybody's been sort of saying that with point and shoots, right?
Yeah.
Sony has a very excellent camera in that RX-100, 3 RM3, I think they call it. We had the LX-7 in this. Canon just released the GX7 today with the 1-inch sensor. It's all sort of stepping up, and then I think, from my opinion, this camera sort of just took a leapfrog beyond all of that.
Yeah,
okay, so let's talk about some of the other things. Now, there's a camera sitting here that I actually need sunglasses, right? The light is just blaring off of this thing. Sean, why don't you talk a little bit about this guy?
So this is actually a very interesting one. They came out with the GM1 last year,
right,
I want to say. Last year. I'm getting a nod. They came out with the GM1 last year, and it was a great camera. Awesome, small, compact. Everyone online loved it. They said it was the right form factor for Micro Four Thirds, and it was great. But some people were like, well, it doesn't have a hot shoe. It doesn't have an EVF. Well, now you have that. They've taken a camera platform that basically was perfect with the Micro Four Thirds sensor and made it tenfold better. I mean, it has a hot shoe now. So you can actually, use this thing with flashes, which,
flashes use it with anything, and it also has its top shutter speed of 1/16,000th of a second.
I learn something new every day.
Right.
Yeah, so
and if you look at the form factor, right? The form factor is pretty amazing, right?
Yeah, and probably the coolest thing to me, honestly, is that there's an EVF now too. So one of the things that I always heard, when people come in is, there's no EVF, I don't want it, I'm not going to be able to see in bright daylight. Well, they fixed that for you. You have a 1.6 million dot EVF, I believe. All these numbers all day, they've been a little fun. 1.6 million EVF viewfinder. It is not the same one that people are saying online, as I follow, that a bunch of people are like, oh, it's the same as the LF1's viewfinder. It's pointless. No. This is in a whole other ballpark. This has to be, in my opinion, probably the best designed compact interchangeable lens camera that you want to be able to carry in your pocket. I mean,
absolutely.
Throw the 14 millimeter on that thing.
14 millimeter 2.5 out of the case. We're gonna see. We were both thinking alike. Just grab me that 14 2.5. We're gonna show you in a compact format.
Yeah, it's an outrageous camera. I mean, to be able to carry this as your second body and be able to use all my lenses.
Right, and this is the kit lens that comes with it, right? That's on here now, right?
The kit lens.
So right, which you can see it extend out. Thank you. Great. So we're going to show you the way that I actually like to walk around with this camera, right? It's a really kind of, it's an amazing compact format, right? So if you look at the format, that's with a 14.25 on it, right? Which is a 28.25 equivalent. I mean, to me, that's
doesn't get more sleek than that.
It doesn't get more sleek than that in a camera. And once again, they have the little thumb grab right there, which is really an issue for me.
And there is actually a small grip that they're going to sell pretty soon. This little grip that goes on the bottom.
That
you can get a little more meat on.
And the model number on this camera is
GM5.
And this is the GM5, right? And you can see it comes in
red?
Ferrari red.
Yeah.
Right? Is that what they're calling this? Ferrari red? And of course, the standard black is beautiful, right? Correct?
We were actually laughing about that earlier, that, when the GM1 came out, a lot of people at least came here and they always wanted, the full black version of it. Well, now we know why they waited.
Right.
You're getting a better camera overall. You're getting the straight up, solid, stealthed out black. And it's just a much better product.
One of the misconceptions behind this camera, right, is the sensor again. This is
Micro Four Thirds.
Right, which is right. I don't think we actually said that because we're so used to seeing the GM1 and talking about it, right? So this actually has a Micro Four Thirds sensor. So with an interchangeable lens setup. So when you're looking at those small, high-end point-and-shoot cameras, I mean, to me, this is.
I had an interesting comment on one of my other adventures where someone actually made a comment and said that if they were going to shoot Micro Four Thirds, that they may as well just shoot with their iPhone because of the size of the sensor.
Right.
And that they were a real photographer and that they printed their work. And my comment to that was, those pictures behind us, if you could see them, they're 30 inches square, printed straight up JPEG off a Micro Four Thirds sensor, and they are tack sharp.
Yeah,
so it's like if that's a myth, by far.
Yeah.
If you print your work, there's no reason why you can't print off a Micro Four Thirds.
Right, and
camera.
once again, these cameras, even even when we're looking at the LX-100, is so compact. They have the Lumix app is great. I mean, we've used it ourselves. Right?
Seamless.
Right,
Just
so
works.
you get that magic shot, right, which you can Instagram cheat, because Instagram's supposed to be mobile, but you certainly can use these cameras with very, very fast, and clear glass and get amazing results and bring it right up to the internet instantly to your mobile device.
The biggest thing that I've heard, because I made the switch, was it last year, from full frame Canon to the Micro Four Thirds of GH4 is, people ask, well, why'd you do that? Why the sensor size? So that that's the big part, is that the image quality, you're still getting it. You can make huge prints online, everything works fine. But the biggest thing that I found is that shooting with this system, I have more fun shooting.
Oh, I agree.
I enjoy being able to actually take my camera. It's not a chore anymore.
I agree.
And that's a big thing. That's why I am so excited. Once this thing's actually out, man, I mean really. Take this thing.
You can take it anywhere. It's a small camera with a tiny little bag and carry. And it's actually the same battery as the GX7, correct? Yeah, I believe. Right. Yeah, so. I mean, for me, that's great, because that's even better, because I've got 4 batteries ready to go.
There you go.
I'm set. I'm happy.
I actually have to see if, on the 25th, I can get one when I go to New Orleans.
Yeah,
because shoot around the city with it.
To me, like I said, I'm a street photographer. I do a lot of street photography, and to stay as light, I go for an aerodynamic hairstyle.
There you go.
So why not have an aerodynamic camera to go with it? That's a really good thing. Okay, let's talk about the last product that we have today, which is this tiny little. This must be like a 20-millimeter lens or something.
This is the 35-100, based for the.
Oh my gosh, that's a 35-100 lens in that small form factor.
So it takes over after the 12-32, and you're good to go.
Let's put it on. Let's do it. Let's actually do it.
So you have these 2 lenses on that little kit, and you're pretty much good to go.
Right.
Just amazes me how you guys were able to get the size down.
Yeah, it's incredible.
To compact.
So you're talking a 35-100, which is a 70-200 200 equivalent,
right,
in that size form factor. I mean, I think that's almost unbelievable, right?
Yeah,
2 of those things together,
right?
You're set.
Yeah. The kit lens that comes with it is a 12-32, and then this takes off at 35-100 in a super compact form factor. This lens, I assume, is also available.
Available for pre-order. We have it on our site.
Right.
October as well.
That's
late October.
Right. Do we know the pricing on this lens yet?
$399.
It's a $399 lens, so it's really an affordable lens. So when you look at the kit, right? When you look at the system, one of the things that people always talk about is, particularly even if you have Nikon D5000 series shooters and you have the Canon Rebel shooters, and they always say, well, I've got a lot of lenses. Here's a chance to get into a system, with the GM5.
Absolutely.
You're talking about the GM5 with the kit lens and that additional lens. You really have a fair price point to get into a new camera and lens system.
And the fact that all of the Leica series lenses will work on this camera.
That's right.
You can add the speed, you can add the Nocatron, which is a 1.2, you can add the 25-1.4.
I know, we talked about that before. Right. The 25-1.4 that they can make even me into a good photographer.
That's 25-1.4.
Which actually, we actually have mine sitting right on the side.
Oh, there you
go. That's right.
On the left.
Oh, more presents, right?
Yeah.
So
it's just Panasonic is just awesome with this stuff. I mean, I haven't. I always go back to it. I haven't had this much fun shooting a system in a long time.
Right. So those of you want to see the little Sumalux right in there, you can see it. And that's a 25-1.4.
You can wander around and you don't have to sacrifice image quality because you have a small camera.
Yeah.
And the greatest thing too, I don't know anybody. I probably shouldn't bring this up, but it'll say it to everybody. You go into an event and you got a big camera, they won't let you in. You got a small camera, they're like, oh, okay, fine, you can go ahead and shoot. Well, when you go in and shoot with a point and shoot, you really can't do much with it because of the small sensor size. When you
allowed to
show Micro Four Thirds,
can I show image quality on this, or
you can do a great job?
I took a picture. Am I allowed to show this, or are we going to get in trouble for showing it? We're good. Right. Right. So there we go. There, we took a picture in that. Is it in focus?
I'm afraid to know what that picture was. He didn't.
I didn't see it. I don't know, man.
Let's put it in focus.
Not sure. He's focusing with the stream camera now.
Look at that, right? See, look at how sharp that image is, right? Pretty incredible. I mean, the subject, is given the subject matter, but that's pretty good.
Subject might be.
Right?
What is this?
This camera always excites.
What was the subject matter on that camera, Matt? I had a feeling.
Right. I mean, look at the image quality, right?
The image quality is great. Subject, not so much.
Right. Even made you look pretty. So you know, we're really, if you can, you know, we're sitting in a Lumix lounge in a camera store. If I went back a couple of years ago, right, it would be hard to believe that that's how far Panasonic has come and Lumix products have come. I mean, we're sitting here with really professional and enthusiast products combined together. You know, an amazing offering. It's really something to see. It's really nice to see, you know, another vendor stepping up and really making a difference. Yeah. So, guys, thanks for coming and visiting us today.
Hey, my pleasure.
Thanks to you out there for visiting our Lumix Lounge again and our U Event Live. Look on our calendar on uniquephoto.com. You'll see the U Event Live page where we'll have future events. In fact, I think we're going to be running one tomorrow.
We might be running one tomorrow,
We might be running one tomorrow. It looks like we may have, well, I'll say the word, Nikon D750 in hand tomorrow. We're excited about that. And certainly you can follow us on Twitter once again at Unique Photo or Instagram at Unique Photo. Well, guys, thanks for joining us. Everybody, have a great afternoon, and we'll see you soon on the next U Live event.
Great.
Yeah.